that our president is gearing towards dictatorship. Remember, the one accusing the president, the former president, is the one who showed that acts of dictatorship. Remember, for the past 6 years when he was into power, he showed his power, really, being the authoritarian. Remember what happened to ABS-CBN?
Enzo Recto, kalaban ang katiwalian at kasinungalingan, kakampi sa katotohanan at kabutihan.
Yeah. All right. So let's start first with this. You clapped back at former President Rodrigo Duterte. It's all over the news. But eto tanong ko, isn't this what Duterte wants? Gusto niya patulan siya eh.
Then I will. We will.
Okay. Oh, good. But aren't you
Yeah,
giving...
definitely. As long as it is worth answering back, we will do that. Just
Okay.
avoid, so just the people will know the truth. Because if we will allow President Duterte, former President Duterte, to do that, keeps on doing that, he will keep on doing that, maybe the people will believe in him, and they may consider that as a truth, and we will prevent that.
Okay, why was former President Duterte's comment on the Marcos administration moving into a dictatorship? Why is that important to address?
Yes, because, former President Marcos keeps on repeating, keeps on telling about this dictatorship when most of us cannot see any signs that our president is gearing towards dictatorship. Remember, the one accusing the president, the former president, is the one who showed that acts of dictatorship. Remember, for the past 6 years when he was into power, he showed his power, really, being the authoritarian. Remember what happened to ABS-CBN? Even if the House will give or renew the franchise of ABS-CBN, he will order NTC not to allow ABS to operate. Is that not dictatorship? He is the one who showed being the dictator and not the president, not President Marcos.
But now, do you think the former President Duterte is hitting on the dictatorship aspect because the father, the late President Marcos Jr., actually declared martial law?
Maybe he wants to create that fear on the people because we all know people do not want even the idea of martial law. So he is the one gearing to that issue so that he will create that fear, and the people, if they will believe in him, they will not even support. They will not support, or at least remove their support from the president.
Now, you also address the issue about the gold. And, alam mo, ito tanong ko nga, Attorney Claire, matagal na tong kwento, di ba? O, ang mga Marcos may Yamashita gold. O, ang dami nilang ginto. O, binenta ang ginto ng kung ano-ano. Why did you address this in a press conference?
Because it was also stated by former president in that rally in Cebu. And Ms. Karen, this issue had already been answered by BSP as early as October 2024. They explained that selling gold, pag mataas kasi yung gold, parang stocks eh. Sell high. Parang ganun eh. So kapag he keeps on telling this, parang nag-utos daw si Pbbm na ibenta itong mga gold na to. Okay. This is the regular strategy or routine strategy of BSP to sell gold, to pump up the economy. Pero definitely, meron tong without compromising yung reservation, yung gold reserves natin, di ba? So, they said that selling gold is just part of a routinary strategy. So, why will former president bring it up? he should know this, being the former president. He should know the activities of BSP. That's why I asked, did your economic experts tell you this? Parang wala kang alam eh.
Oo. But isn't this just a campaign ploy? I mean, he did say it in a rally. Ang sagot niya, Mr. Marcos is veering towards dictatorship. I will place my bet. He will not step down when his term ends. He is like his father. We will again have chaos when he declares martial law, like his father did.
Yes, and I think it is just a campaign joke, like what he did.
Or one of his... Oh, go on.
Yeah, that's it. It's a campaign joke, and later he will say, all those people who believe in me are all stupid. But we do not want the people to be called stupid again, so we have to explain everything.
Okay, now, Attorney, let's move on to the impeachment, no? I'm quite curious, because at the end of the day, you have the Senate President saying that President Marcos Jr. isn't calling for a special session. You have some sectors wanting the impeachment trial to start now. What is Malacanang's stand?
Okay, we have not talked since yesterday was just my first day.
Yeah.
But what I have read is that he is willing to call for special session if the Senate will ask him. So, yun lang ang alam ko, Miss Karen.
But the problem with the Senate, busy, nangangampanya.
Well, it's up to the Senate President to request the President. Because it would be, for me, it's my opinion, it would be awkward on the part of the President to call a special session if it is not requested, but because people might think that he was the one dictating the action of the Senate. So it would be awkward on his part. And that's my opinion.
As a lawyer.
As the lawyer.
Yeah. Okay, but what does the law say when it comes to impeachment trials? Should the Senate start immediately? What does forthwith mean?
Yes, it's like this. When you say to proceed at a forthwith proceed, it doesn't say in the Constitution if they should proceed even during the recess. It's very broad. Now you have to start immediately. Maybe if this Senate is in session, they have to abide and they have to proceed immediately. But since there is no time element in the Constitution, that recess will definitely be a factor if they will proceed immediately or they will proceed immediately after the recess. So it's up to...
So interesting, there are two schools of thought.
Yeah.
Should you be in session or do you proceed immediately even if Congress is in recess?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So there are two schools. All right.
Because we started. They cannot proceed. They cannot proceed just now because of this, unless there's special session.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is no indication in the Constitution that they have to proceed during even during the recess with a special session. It's something like that.
Wala.
Wala.
Oh. All right. So, Attorney Castro, and it was your first day yesterday, so I know you'll be. What are you expecting today? I'm sure you're going to go through several matters.
Yes, I think my schedule was kind of now. I cannot anymore answer for my schedule because your office, your staff requested me this Zoom meeting with you.
Thank you. So this is your first. Your first.
You were the first to request, or maybe you were your staff. Yeah. The text of your staff was the one that I first read. So I said okay.
Okay.
But I had this interview with Alvin and then with Aljo in Alvin. And after you, it's with Ted Filon. So I could not go to wala kanyang as per schedule.
Okay. All right. Now, will the president ever agree to a one-on-one with journalists?
Yes. He has plans. One every month. Press con. I'm not mistaken. He started, but I've heard that he wants once a month press con. So he will be definitely speaking for himself.
On that note, I want to thank you and good luck to you, ma'am, PCO Undersecretary Attorney Claire Castro.
Thank you, Miss Karen. Bye.
Bunyog, bunyog, halikan na kasama ka. Bunyog, kapag buklod ay may pag-asa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, isa ang pananaw. Sa bagong Pilipinas ang bunyog isisigaw. Bunyog, bunyog, bunyog.